Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Victoria. I'm a home educating, stay-at-home mum of 5 in the UK. So, what have we got for this time? Let me think. Oh, bonfire night. We always do bonfire night. We don't do fireworks. We used to get like a budget box from Aldi with a couple of bits in. We've never gone mega on fireworks. One, because we've got animals and they get frightened, and two, because we can see all the neighbours have fireworks. You can see everybody else is really close. But we do have a little bonfire, and we have the bonfire night food. Like, we'll bake some hot dog buns, and we'll have that with hot dogs and onions and chips and mushy peas and mint sauce and all that sort of thing. And I love a good fire. I like to sit and watch the fire. And I like to, because we home educate, I like to do some crafts related to it for the little ones, get into Guy Fawkes for the little ones, and then for the big ones I like to get properly into the history of bonfire night, which you can get right back to the War of the Roses. If you think of it like the real life Game of Thrones, you can take it right back to the War of the Roses. And I always say that to people, but I just really enjoy it. I enjoy teaching history anyway. And I enjoy these little traditions that, you know, we do every year of our children, that our parents did every year with us. And it always gets my husband thinking about the big bonfire night parties his family used to have. But then it makes him a bit sad as well, because his grandma was the glue of their family. And when his grandma died, they stopped meeting up for big bonfire night parties and Halloween parties and things like that. Which just sort of reinforces how much energy you have to put into your own family, doesn't it? And keep everyone together, and how important these traditions are. And I love the smell of wood smoke. Some people don't like it, but I love it. So straight after bonfire night, we got on with baking my oldest son's giant ice cream sandwich. It's his birthday on the 10th of November, and he didn't want a birthday cake. Last year he didn't want a birthday cake. Last year he wanted a giant bacon cob, which my mum said was genius. So I bought like one of them big round loaves of bread, and we put loads and loads of bacon in it. So this year he wanted to do a giant ice cream sandwich. So we got the recipe, I forget her name, a woman on YouTube anyway. We got her recipe. And he doesn't mind me filming him baking, but he's very private. So unless it's been pre-approved or filmed by accident and then pre-approved, he doesn't like me showing him. So you can see his hands baking, and you can see the little ones helping him, but you can't see his face. But he loves cooking, he loves baking. One of the birthday presents he had was Dylan Hollis's yesteryear baking book. So there'll be lots of them recipes coming up that he'll want to try. The newly turned 3-year-old Jerry, so he still feels involved, but he doesn't trash what we're doing. We give him a little bowl of ingredients so he can just sit and stir that and eat that and get involved with that, make a mess with that. Because my nearly 14-year-old's a bit of a perfectionist. The ice cream sandwich turned out really well. On his actual birthday we had it, and it was really nice and tasty, but he was a bit annoyed that the biscuit on the top had cracked, because he's a perfectionist. He wanted it perfect. And you know, I said to him, you've never made an ice cream sandwich before, and we're going to cut it up anyway so everybody can have a bit, so nobody's going to care there's a crack on the top. But he was still a bit what's-ted. The biscuit on the bottom of the top was it was meant to be kind of soft, like a brownie cookie type texture, but when we ate it we all said it was a bit like a soft bourbon, but it was really nice. It complemented the ice cream in the middle, and that's something else he can bake now. Oh, I can't believe he's 14, you know, far too young to have a 14-year-old. But it's also nice seeing him grow up and get his own interests and getting glimpses of who he's going to be and things like that. So it's bittersweet when they're getting older, isn't it? But that's what we're doing this for. We're doing it so that they can grow up into their own people. Of course, of all baking, there was cleaning up to do afterwards. But I don't mind. And I normally get Pinky helping me. That's my daughter who's 7. She normally wants to help me. Yeah, look, the biscuit's cracked and he was a bit cross, but you know, it was fine. We wrapped it in baking paper and put it in the freezer. And good news, everyone, it might still take a few months, but the council have agreed to to rise our council house banding from C to B. It's B with higher priority. So we're not a band A, but we're nearly a band A. So it might take a few months, but hopefully we're going to get out of this damp and mouldy, horrible house. So I was like, right, I want least to do when the time comes, especially if it happens quick. So we've got a big bookcase in the front room. The bottom 2 shelves are mine and the rest is kids' stuff, but I can't even get to the bottom shelf because of the sofa. So I got the lads to help me, the oldest 2 lads, to help me move the sofa because it's heavy. I know it was disgraceful behind that sofa. There was dust, muck and random bits of food, random toys. It was disgraceful. So I had to clean all that up. And then I was like, right, I'm going to go through my books. And I thought this would be really hard because I love my books. We thought we was going to move a couple of years ago, and the first thing I packed was my books. And when we come to this house, the first thing I packed was my books. But I was like, we're hoping to move a few mile away from here. So I was like, right, whatever I keep, I've got to pay to shift. So I've got to go through these books. And I did it while I was in that mood, because I knew it'd be hard if I didn't do it while I was in that mood. And I was brutal. If I didn't want to read it again, or I'd bought it to read and still not read it, or I'd forgot I'd even got it, it was gone. But favourites, things I really want to read, or things I have read and would definitely read again, like my Kenneth Connor book, Raphael Barker's Hens Dancing, a couple of old Marianne Keys I've got, a couple of Philippa Gregory's I've got, a couple of Graham Norton's I've got, things like that. I was like, right, I'm keeping these. But I did get rid of 3 bags worth. I've still got loads of books, but I did get rid of 3 bags worth. Decluttering the children's books was a lot harder, which in a way is good because it means that they appreciate and value their books. But I think we only got rid of 2 of their books, and like the majority of the bookcase is children's books. So while I've decluttered, there's still a hell of a lot to move. We found a photo album as well of pictures of me and my brother when we were little, and pictures of the husband when he was little. And the shelves are really dusty. The ones behind the sofa, the ones higher up weren't dusty because I can get at them, but the ones I can't normally get at. So I spent like 20 minutes one morning trying to get, it's all right, Jasper. He's seen another dog. It's all right, Jasper. It's okay. So I spent about 20 minutes one morning trying to get the kids interested in decluttering their books. Showed them a couple of books. I was like, do you remember this one? And no, it wasn't happening. I think we got rid of 2. Jerry, careful. I'm on the park and there was nobody about at all when I started filming this voiceover. And all of a sudden this couple come with 2 dogs, and that's all you can hear. Jasper going mad because he wanted to get near the dogs. Being playful, but it's just the worst timing, innit? It's a good job they didn't come along about 5 minutes ago. I was having a wee. Not while I was filming this voiceover. That's why I've come on the park. I was walking the dog and I got desperate for a wee, and I was like, I'm either going to wee myself in the street or I'm going to have to come on the park. We're on the park. Jerry's happy. That's my 3-year-old. He's happy in the swing. So I was like, right, I'll film my voiceover quick. But no. Right, because we've done an ice cream sandwich for my 14-year-old's birthday, we was going out for a meal to an all-you-can-eat restaurant because he's into cooking. He wanted to try different dishes from around the world, and it was in the city, so there was no way we could have took a couple of slices of ice cream sandwich for my mum and my brother to take home because it would have been melted. So we thought, right, we'll bake some little cakes, fairy cakes, and I ordered these cake toppers that had pictures of ice cream sandwiches on and said Pudgy's 14 on. And he wanted to put loads of green food colouring in them. I don't know why. I don't know if that affected the taste or not. So we made these little green fairy cakes with pictures of ice cream sandwiches on to give my mum and my brother. We had a couple at home, but they were for my mum and my brother because we couldn't get them a slice of the ice cream sandwich. And when we went out for the meal, I tried to dress up a bit. I tried to wear half of that trouser suit I got from the charity shop in that charity shop haul video I did a couple of weeks ago. And when we got there, I was a bit overwhelmed because there were loads and loads of choice. But we did have a good time. And the Chinese section was the bit we went to most. My 14-year-old tried some curries, but he said they were cold. But that was the only complaint he had. We did have a really good time. And there was an ice cream machine, and that was a hit. So if you like that video, please subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.